Hi, Guinea. What you doing out there? You okay? Sometimes I put 2 young guineas out yesterday. 2 young ones, and I was feeding them, and then he got outside. That's a dog shelter right there, actually. That's the Far Dog Shelter. It's a 20-foot brand new intermodal container. I bought 2 20-footers intermodal containers about 9 years ago. They were $2,500 each. Those are my dog shelters, too. A couple of my dog shelters, just temporary, until I get better, real nice kennels with air conditioning, heat, separate places for each dog, and small chain link where they can't get their nose through there. Miss Riddle taught Lady how to grab the other dog's nose. They're in competition. Even though they're sisters, they're like their nemesis sometimes. So Lady stuck her nose in the regular chain link, and Miss Riddle grabbed it, wouldn't let go. So Miss Riddle taught Lady how to do that. And then one time Millie was on the other side of the fence, the mama, and she attacked Lady when she was caught with her nose on the fence because Miss Riddle grabbed her nose, slightly stuck it through the fence, and then she wouldn't let go. So it triggered Millie to attack. It's just something which happens with dogs sometimes. And she attacked Lady, and then Miss Riddle let go, and then Blue tried to attack his dad, Gus. He just goes, "Oh, they're gonna fight? Well, I'm gonna kill you." I don't know why they do it, but so I had to save Gus, and I had to do it as quickly as possible and calmly as possible. And I put Gus on a different side of a door or gate or whatever. Then I came back to Blue was then attacking his brother Storm. I had to break that fight up. Then Mr. Riddle wasn't really getting in a fight with any of the boys, but by the time I got back, just a few seconds, well, maybe it was more like half a minute possibly or something, I got back and I went to look for Millie and Lady in the other fenced area. I couldn't see them anywhere, so Lady would not fight back. Right, Lady? Lady has a left blue eye. She looks just like her mom, except her left, she's the only tri, she's a classic tri. Hi, Abbey. That's Abbey there. She has marbled blue eyes, and she's a light colored blue merle, like blue's kind of a dark colored blue merle. But she has long furs like her dad. Her dad, his chest fur, he looks like a lion because his chest fur and around his neck and stuff protects his neck from being bit and stuff. But this slash pile, I've got to obliterate this slash pile. Oh, that's a nice maple right there. Got some stumps in there and stuff. I need a little mini excavator is what I need. Break out my mini excavator. But I just trimmed some blackberries in here. Makes the dogs easier to walk through there. And yeah, I'll get that slash pile out of there. The Scotch broom have to go. I trimmed the Scotch broom out quite a bit, but it comes back. One area I trimmed a whole bunch of Scotch broom out. There's quite a bit of Scotch broom. And then Scotch broom takes a lot of nutrients from the soil and also water. Once I trimmed out all the Scotch broom, I was pulling them out with my little Isuzu diesel pup and a chain, and I was using a high lift jack and a chain. And then, interesting enough, all types of, well, alders are like weeds. A bunch of alders started growing in there, a lot of maples, a lot of Douglas firs. Those are several volunteer Douglas firs. I think I'll come back and shake those off. I shook them off yesterday. Sometimes wet snow will break the trees. It's actually one I bought from my buddy who has a tree farm down by Rochester. I would buy these 6-foot Douglas firs from him for $15. And that one, it was a little cheaper. I think he might have sold that one to me for like $10. But it's a little spindly and stuff, and I didn't go out there. There's a snowstorm kind of like this. And it made it bend over. I already had problems with the roots. I think the wind kind of got it, and it was bending over a little bit. I should have braced it and stuff, but I should have went down there and shook it off. And it bent over, and then it didn't make it. I failed to go out there and straighten it back up. The roots might have been a little damaged. Sometimes when a tree farm digs out Douglas fir trees, say like a 6-footer, they have to lop off some of the roots. If you want it to live, you usually got to trim off, not trim off the branches clear back to the base, but just trim off, 1/3 the branches of each branch, or 1/2, and then the roots that are left will be enough to support the limbs, but sometimes I just go, I resisted doing that because I like that's a nice cedar right there. It's a nice cedar tree, isn't it? We got some huge cedar trees down here. So you're so silly, Abby. Abby, you're a silly girl. Some bear was pooping down here. Bear poop looks almost like a cow pie. It's kind of loose. And he kept pooping closer and closer to the house. Each spring, there's a big ant pile down there. One of those gigantic ant piles. I'm making a road down through here. I got to clear it back out. Some of the wood I just left down here in the forest floor, which is a mistake. Bugs will start eating it. All the rain gets on there and stuff, and it just rots. So I'm going to burn those. Just burn them in my big stone fire ring. And I was cutting a tree up here. I'm going to make it so I can even drive my 1-ton Duramax 4x4 down through here. I had one stump which I cut, and I was pulling back towards it, maneuvering my truck in here, and then I need to use my D5 bulldozer to rip the stumps out, but I just accidentally went too far back over it, and then it hit my 15,000. I have a Warren electric 15,000 pound winch in the front. There's 3 little stay bolts on it that hold the 2 ends together, kind of like a motor. It is a motor, basically, kind of like a AC motor for supply fans and heating, ventilation, air conditioning, or whatever. But so it broke the stay bolt, bent the heck out of it, and broke the dogs off. It's like billet aluminum. So the back, I'll have a 12,000 pound electrical worm winch in the back. And some lights. I have P.S.T Pro 80s, like they use in rallies, or like off-road racing lights, basically. In the front, I have 2 pencil beams, 2 fogs, and 2 drivings. In the back, I have two fogs. But yeah, I broke my winch, so I got to pull that front winch out of there. Bring it to someone who's very good at a TIG welder with deep penetration, and get those ears welded back on there. I can straighten out that stay bolt thing, I'm pretty sure, or I could just get another one. But it has 2 others. It's fine that way, as long as I'm not doing some massive, whole bunch of winching. But yeah, my buddy is he's a former Navy guy. He lives down in Vancouver. Whenever I wanted something real strong, like with mild steel, like a huge front winch bumper or something, I would have him do it. He used my MIG welder, actually. I bought a Millermatic 250 MP, which is microprocessor controlled. The welding shop, I was on a ship working as a merchant marine. I like that tree right there. It's got a little jog to it. I was working as a merchant marine, and I decided I want a bunch of welding. I bought a Victor Journeyman Deluxe big oxyacetylene set with a cart and stuff. And I bought a little hand one, like HVAC mechanics use, heating, ventilation, air conditioning. A little small portable torch, which actually has a cutting torch tip with it too. Victor, that's Victor. And then I bought a Millermatic 250 MP microprocessor controlled MIG welder. You can put 33 pounds of wire on there. I bought some stainless wire even. Stainless wire is expensive. It flows good though. But use different types of shielding gas for that. But my friend who welds really, really good, he even can weld like high pressure boiler tubing. He's certified like 1000 PSI, 1000 degree. But that's usually gas welding. It's usually like oxyacetylene or whatever. Probably uses special stuff. But for deep penetration on mild steel, he uses the spray arc method and certain type of shielding gas and stuff. But he wrote a little note. I still have a note of his in my one drawer in my toolbox, little piece of miniature spiral notebook. He wrote on there what type of gas to use, stuff like that for spray arc method. The birds, what do those birds find to eat out here in the snow, huh, Abby? What do you think? The hummingbirds, they're happy. The hummingbird comes to my kitchen window and has seemed very happy to be getting all the sugar water she can get. I think it's a she, that one. She looks kind of plump, just like my guineas and bantams. I don't underfeed them. I like to feed my animals a little more in the winter because they need the extra energy. Abby, did you just mark your territory? Maybe I'll keep the coyotes back a little bit, huh? Yeah, it is good to have my dogs poop back here, pee back here. Keep the cougars and coyotes, bears. Keep them a little ways back, or give them a little warning. This is our turf, right, Abby? This is our turf, right? I trimmed that blackberries out of there, you guys, so you can get through there easier. What are you doing, Blue? He's running. He's happy. Hey, mister, look at those two beauties. Look at those two beauties. Hey, lady, how do we get to become the luckiest people in the beings on the whole planet? Gratitude, being grateful. That's one of the secrets. Get grateful. Verbalize what you're grateful for. That's like one of the very best secrets in the whole universe. What you focus on is what expands.